What's going on, everyone? This is Spilling Tea with Chris G. I am going over Real Housewives of Atlanta Sunday's episode. I'm going to hit you guys with my top five highlights, and I'm going to spill the tea at the end, so let's get started. So for my first highlight, this surrounds Peter's Club One opening in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you guys know, he has the bar one. Well, now he has Club One. And he had called Kenya because he wanted her to be the host at his event. He had also asked Kenya if it was okay for Matt to come along, and Kenya did agree. Now, Peter did not invite Cynthia, which Peter and Todd had met up. But not only did Peter and Todd meet up at the Mercedes dealership, Cynthia and Kenya had also met up. So I'll go ahead and talk about Cynthia and Kenya's conversation first. Basically, Kenya had told Cynthia she was going to Club One, she was hosting, and she did invite Cynthia. Now, Cynthia was a little bit hurt because she felt like Peter could have invited her and he didn't. So she was just saying that she needed to talk to Peter about that whole situation. And then, of course, Kenya was talking about Matt and how her father had said that both of them really need to go to counseling and that they need to separate and take a break. Now, Peter did tell Todd that he didn't invite Cynthia because of the fact that they just kind of broken up. Things are still fresh, and he still loves Cynthia and all that, but he just feels like right now he just wants to give her space. So Peter did walk out of the Mercedes dealership with a nice car. So Peter, if you ever in Vegas, you can come pick me up, boo. No, I'm just kidding. On to my second highlight. So for this highlight, Kandi got into it with Johnny, one of the people that, well, used to work for her now. Johnny had posted a picture of Kandi, Don Juan, Carmen, like a group picture, Todd, all these people from the Kandi Coded production team. And he said, something like separate the real from the real and the fake from the fake or something like that. But basically, he called Kandi fake. So Kandi went ahead and confronted Johnny and was like, why are you saying this? Now, if you guys don't remember, Johnny did a lot of Kandi's events. He did her wedding. He's doing the convention. He did a lot of things for her. But Kandi was saying that he was doing his side business, and his side business was taking over the responsibilities that he had for Kandi, so she decided to let him go, which Don Juan did. So Johnny felt like Kandi should have at least talked to him, that he just didn't get the respect. And so Kandi was saying, well, we really didn't have to do any of that because I thought I made it clear that I let you go. So Johnny said, well, do you think that all the work I was doing for the pay that you were paying me was fair? And that's when Kandi had turned up on him and was like, after this, I'm going to take my fake money and I'm going to use my fake money someplace else because you are no longer doing any events for me. So, Johnny, I don't know. If your boss has already kind of got you on the edge already, where they about to let you go, you still kind of making money with them a little bit, but they about to let you go, the least thing that you should be doing or saying to them is, but how about a raise? On to my third highlight. So on the same subject of Johnny, so Johnny had went ahead and basically went to Phaedra's office because now he's looking to sue Kandi and recoup some of the money he feels that he lost in wages. And you guys know Kandi and Phaedra are not friends. They're not getting along. So that was kind of underhanded of Johnny, in my opinion, to just run to somebody that I'm not even speaking to, attorney office, to kind of throw me under the bus like that after I done paid you probably, I'm sure Kandi paid a lot of money for that wedding and certain events to Johnny. So I'm sure that he was not paid, $5 an hour like he's making it seem like he was. So he basically told Phaedra how him and Kandi were looking for restaurant places because they were supposed to open a restaurant. But Kandi had decided to open the restaurant and put Todd in on it instead of Johnny. So he's feeling a little hurt. He's in his feelings. But Phaedra said that she is unable to assist with him. She feels like he has a good case, which I don't know why she was stating her opinion on that. How do you know he has a good case if you don't specialize in that? So she did say that she was going to go ahead and direct him over to the right person who can go ahead and handle the situation. But she said that she is not going to be petty and play in that mess. She's going to let somebody else handle it. On to my fourth highlight. So Porsha has moved out of her house and she has been looking for a home for over a month. She moved back in with moms and she got an opportunity to go ahead and sneak Todd, her boo thing, into mom's house for a nightcap. So hopefully Porsha will be able to find another house. She says she's still looking around and she's trying to find something that's kind of comparable to what she had or maybe even a little bit bigger. But that does not stop her from having a good time with Todd. Now, she fell out a bit. Porsha is goofy. She is so goofy. But Todd, I can see he really likes her. So hopefully it works out and they have, a really good relationship. So we'll see them develop more throughout the season. On to my fifth highlight. Speaking of relationships, Kenya and Matt. So at the end of this episode, where Kenya was supposed to be hosting for Club One, had got turned up. So Kenya had told Peter to cancel Matt's flight. Peter was flying Matt out, like I said, to be a part of the Club One opening, and Kenya told him to cancel the flight, Peter, because of the fact that she feels that Matt has not really gotten any counseling or help, and she feels like he's dangerous, and she just doesn't want to be around him. So Matt had went ahead and sent her text messages saying that you'll regret this. If you flirt with another man, you're going to regret it unless you come back into my arms open. And, just kind of all these weird text messages. And Kenya was telling Cynthia, because Cynthia had came along with Kenya to the opening. And they were back at the hotel room. And Cynthia said, well, if you don't feel like you're safe, then maybe, you shouldn't do this. Matt also told Kenya that he was driving up there. Now, you driving 3.5 hours, 200 miles, literally, from Atlanta to North Carolina for somebody to talk to you? You could have FaceTimed me for that foolery. So, basically, Kenya said, well, you know what? I don't know if he's coming or not, but I'm still going to show up because ain't no man going to beat me out my money. That's right, honey. Don't let no man beat you out your money. So, Cynthia has showed up, and she had told Peter what's going on between Kenya and Matt. And Kenya had pulled up, and then just so happens that Matt pulls up in the Pathfinder, hops out, punches the driver in the face because the driver was rolling up the window because Kenya was saying he's dangerous. I don't want him in my face, and I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. So he said that, that's why he hit the drivers, because the driver was rolling up the window on his head. Well, first off, you're erratic. You're a little psycho. They don't know what you're thinking. And the fact that you're putting your hand through the window. Now, I'm going to state my opinion. Kenya, I think she does dangle the bait a little bit in front of Matt, and he takes it. But Matt, you're not playing a role anymore, in my opinion, on being violent. You're just violent. And it's just showing it on this show. So Matt did all that for 5 minutes and then drove out of there and sped off. So I'm like, really? You did all this for 5 minutes of nothing? So Peter came outside. He escorted Kenya in. He had the security out, trying to see if everybody's okay. The driver was complaining that he did get hit in the face by Matt. He punched him. And so Peter had called Matt, and Peter and Todd were on the phone with Matt, and they were like, what is going on? And Matt was saying, she needs to leave me alone. I'm tired of this. She won't talk to me, yada, yada. So Peter had told Matt, y'all need to just stop speaking and just stop all this madness. And so after he got off the phone with Matt, Peter and Todd came into the room with Cynthia and Kenya, and he told Kenya, you really need to stop talking to this guy because clearly y'all don't get along and you just need to dead it. So she says she did. Now, on the next episode, the preview, Matt came back over and busted all her garage windows out again and busted her car window. So yeah, let's talk about Matt anyways and not spilling that tea, because I'm gonna go ahead and hit you guys with some stuff. Let's get it. Okay, you guys, so let's talk about Matt Jordan for a minute. So I don't know if you've seen it or not, but TMZ have posted up Matt Jordan's rap sheet. Failure to maintain lane, failure to report to court, driving on a suspended driver's license. I mean, just like all kinds of different things that he was arrested for. Of course, you guys know he was punching hotel rooms in Mexico when he was with Kenya, and Kenya also stated that something had happened actually out here in Vegas between her and Matt in a hotel room. So he has been violent more than once. Now, I'm just trying to figure out, because Kenya show did have the Draco out when them people had jumped her wall. She was chasing after them with a gun, but she seems to back down from, oh, Matt. Matt probably snatched that gun out of her hand and say, girl, bye. I don't know, but yeah, Kenya, please stop it with Matt, because I cannot. And Matt, please get your life all the way together. Now, Matt had went onto Instagram to say that, you know, he knows that this episode is really hard for him and he's just trying to take it one day at a time. I have to side-eye you on that one, because are you really taking it one day at a time, Matt? You just out here posting fitness videos on Instagram, living life. Anyways, speaking of Kenya, Kenya had attended the Golden Globes with Nene this past weekend. Nene and Greg usually go, but Greg was unable to attend, so Kenya had went. And the ladies were looking fabulous, and they also had snapped a picture with Karuche, so that was real cute. Also, Nene Leakes' show Fashion Police will be back on E. So they're going over the Golden Globes fashion, and yeah, they back in full effect. Ace is now a year old, so happy birthday to you, Ace. Kandi had also had a birthday party this weekend as well for him. Tiny, of course, was there, and a lot of Kandi's friends and family. She had a really big birthday party, and it looked real fun. Yandy was also there with her children as well. So that is it for you guys. Please make sure you subscribe, and if you are not following us, please make sure you do Spilling Tea with Chris G, Krys G on Facebook. See you guys next week.